Hauwei, proud sponsor of TechBusters.
In the studio right now, you have noticed on the top right-hand corner of your screen that we have a new sponsor of the show, and Yudi Rambaran from Hauwei is with us in the studio. And there's always a debate: is it Hauwei? Is it Huawei? Is it Hauwei? What's the correct pronunciation?
Hauwei, Aki.
Hauwei. And I got it right in the first.
Easy as that.
It's such a fascinating company, because I remember being in Shenzhen, where the company's headquarters was they still are there, but I was there about 3-4 years ago, and I was just blown away by this company. And it's an interesting company because you've grown into this like mega telecommunications company in the world. Tell us briefly a little bit about the company and who exactly the company is.
Absolutely. Okay, we're coming to be known as the sleeping giant, and somebody that's awakening. And as far as the company is concerned, we're the third biggest mobile phone manufacturer in the world.
Okay.
On the African continent, actually second in terms of smartphones, and in South Africa we're hovering between third and fourth.
That is pretty impressive stuff, and I've seen like lately, I mean the show is sponsored obviously, but you're sponsoring sports teams, you're sponsoring soccer teams, Ajax of Cape Town, stadiums. I mean this year the branding exercise for the Hauwei brand is really amazing, how much money you're putting into marketing.
Absolutely. It's from our perspective very necessary to invest behind sponsorships. I think the Ajax Cape Town sponsorship in particular was particularly important for us because there were a lot of synergies between our company and Ajax Cape Town.
Yeah.
Over and above the fact that Hauwei does sponsor Ajax Amsterdam, who's 51% shareholder in Ajax Cape Town, their youth engagement or the youth development program is phenomenal. So, we really want to invest behind a company that would grow the youth and develop them. Over and above that, you most recently would have heard about the 5 Rugby Union sponsorship. We felt that, being the technology partner in the rugby space is phenomenal from a reach perspective, and we are so pleased, to be partnering with the 5 major rugby unions in SA.
Well, let's hope Aston Villa gets some of that sponsorship money after the 5-0 loss to Arsenal over the weekend, but I doubt that very much. But let's talk about smartphones. I mean, the truth is that every time you make a call, it's more likely that 80% or 75% of that telecommunications connection is made by Hauwei in some way or another. But I remember a few years ago when the first smartphones came out, we said, oh, interesting, it's not bad. And then the next generation came out, we went, oh wow, this is nice. And the next generation came out, they said, wow, this is a fantastic smartphone. A huge amount of money in research and development. Your smartphones right now really are world class. They're on the premium range, they're matching everybody else, and on price, they are even cheaper than some of the competitors.
Correct. I think we've done particularly well from a technology perspective. I think the comment was either from you or Toby that the technology is starting to plateau. Yes. It's really about ecosystem and things like that will add value. Over and above that, by being slightly affordable premium, the opportunity for target audience does increase.
But I see you grew by like 30% year on year. Your targets this year are pretty big, but I also saw your vice president said you've stepped out of the low-cost smartphone market and you're focusing on the high-end market.
So the focus will remain in the mid-tier and the high-end. Nevertheless, we still have an entry proposition that we'll bring to Africa and South Africa. So we haven't dissolved that part of the portfolio. We will maintain some SKUs to target the mass market.
Okay, so what can South African users expect to see? What kind of devices can we see? We've already seen the P6, an impressive device. There's some bigger phablets coming out. I understand we got this beautiful tablet we're playing with as well. So what can we expect in terms of devices landing on our shores?
As I said, the focus is on the premium as well as the mid-tier. We have launched the P7 last year, as well as the Mate 7 is imminent. Coming around March this year, we'll have that in stores at all the telcos as well as retail channels. In terms of going forward, there's a fair amount of announcements coming in terms of smartphones. Obviously, the focus, in the premium space, bringing more and more high quality devices to market. So that's.
Does that include wearable devices? I haven't seen any wearable devices from Hauwei. Can we see some of those coming in as well?
Absolutely. There's a definitive focus on accessories and wearables, and you'll start to see that in some of the coming events.
Which is the most exciting device that we should be looking out for that has blown you away?
That which I cannot speak about.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, exciting times, and we wish you all the best. And we look forward to see the premium devices coming out. We've certainly been very impressed with the range, the research and development that's gone into the devices. So welcome on board. Great to have you with us. And yeah, we'll see you pretty soon.
Fantastic.
Thank you very much.